Page 10, error in D minor. Well, we know what key it's in, D minor. Look it over, it's a page long. Treble, bass, clef, one flat in the key signature. We already know it's in D minor, so if you're doing scales, do the scale for F major and D minor. Those have one flat. And cut time, or 2/2 time, where a half note gets a count, quarter note gets half a count, and an eighth note goes crazy. Well, when I learn a piece that's in cut time, when I'm learning it, I pretend it's in 4/4 time to learn it. And then when I go to take it up to speed, I'll put it in cut time. So I'm going to talk about this as though it's in 4/4 time at first, because that makes counting it much easier. That way a quarter note gets a count. Now let's check the fingering and the notes. The right hand, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb. 1, 2. You reach down. Now, if this is a stretch going from 4 to 5, measure 4 to 5, then play the half note with the third finger. Come down a bit. That way you can reach this better, or more easily, whatever. Measure 9. 1. It's not real hard there, I hope. Left hand, let's see what it's doing. We got 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Not all the left hand's doing for the first two measures. However, when you go from measure 8 to measure 9, you go down here. I'd rather not use the little finger for both. So if you can, I don't know how big your hands are. If you can, use fourth finger on the 8 at measure 8. Instead of thumb, reach down, use fourth finger if you have to move that. Here. That way your little finger's there. And I do a 2 here. For measure 9, I do a 5-2. That way the thumb is ready. More or less in this position. They're doing here and then cross over. I don't like crossing over the thumb if I don't have to, and I don't have to, so I'm doing this instead. Okay. The last two measures, they have a 3. A 3, you play it with the third finger, and while you're holding it down, you put the thumb on it. It's a finger substitution, but you don't need to. Just play it with the thumb. And you're ready. Then I'll put the hands together, and it's here, and here, and then here. Okay, so I go through and I'll put the hands together, and then I'll go back over maybe a couple measures or a line at a time, slowly, and get rid of any hesitation, so it's a steady beat from beginning to end. And after the hesitations are gone, for now, they'll come back, but we'll work them out when they do. Then I think about the articulation, and this, for the most part, come back, lift up, flexing at the wrist on the staccato short. Yeah. In the left hand, at the beginning, they don't give you anything. It's your choice. I suggest go ahead and connect it. Don't make it any harder than it has to be. Just connect it. And the third line down, they do give you some staccatos from measure 11. Yeah, okay. So after the articulation, I have the dynamics that applies to the melody, which is the right hand. Loud, soft, echo it. Then sort of loud. Loud, soft. So add the dynamics. The left hand stays out of the way. Just keep it out of the way. After the dynamics, then I'll think about the speed. Well, this is where I got to put it in cut time. We're going to feel this in 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here. What's that? Somewhere in there, you have to feel it. And it's not necessarily the speed of the beat we're talking about, it's the overall feel. So this right here is going to slow it down a little bit. So you have to figure out a speed that works for you, that you can play accurately, and go with that. It's not fast or slow, it's in the middle. It's an overall feel in the middle, because this to me feels fast. Yeah, because it's in cut time. It's going to. So we want a combination that works with cut time, but yet not too cut time. Retard all know at the end? Okay. You're going to just shut soft, louder, up to moderately loud. And then slow down. Remember the natural accent? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, all the way through.